Hey, before you scroll past thinking just another soundbar, let me tell you what happened the first time I hooked up the JBL Bar 300MK2. I played a movie I'd seen 100 times, and for the first time, I actually heard it instead of just listening to it. This is for the kind of person who notices when dialogue feels hollow, when action scenes lack punch, when music doesn't fill the room, and who knows deep down that your TV deserves way more than basic speakers. You recognize quality when it's missing, and you're done settling for good enough. Before anything else, take a moment to check the current price and stock. Units like this don't stay predictable for long, and hesitation often turns into regret later. You knew it was time to upgrade when your old setup made big moments feel flat. I remember turning up the volume again and again just hoping something felt fuller, only to realize I was chasing sound instead of enjoying it. That's when you stop compromising and start wanting something that finally delivers. The Bar 300MK2 doesn't just bump up volume, it reshapes how sound moves. Dolby Atmos doesn't just make things louder in front of you, it broadens the space so you feel presence behind each kick drum, every explosion, every whispered word. MultiBeam 3.0 spreads sound wide and high so nothing feels limited to a single direction. And PureVoice 2.0 brings clarity to voices so you're not constantly chasing dialogue in the mix. Once you hear sound populate your room instead of just projecting forward, anything weaker feels like watching through fog. I use this soundbar in real life, movie nights where every soundtrack finally had body, gaming sessions where footsteps and ambience felt placed instead of smeared, shows where dialogue was crisp without wrestling with volume, and music where richness and clarity came through without distortion. It's not about chasing specs, it's about how sound feels, balanced, intentional, expressive. This isn't just louder, it's alive. Once you feel this level of presence, anything less suddenly feels like you're listening from another room. So here's your nudge: don't wait for prices to dip or stock to rest. Soundbars like this get traction fast, and hesitation quietly turns into regret later, that moment when your current setup still doesn't feel like real sound. You might think a 5.0 all-in-one can't compare to bigger systems. That doubt disappears the moment you hear real channel separation that doesn't just blend into mush. It doesn't just fill the room, it defines it. One surprise most people overlook? Once sound actually behaves in your space instead of blasting aimlessly, even quiet scenes feel textured instead of dull, and loud moments feel impactful instead of chaotic. Owning this kind of sound changes how your space feels. Every voice feels anchored, not lost. Action feels present, not flat. Music feels layered, not thin. Daily watching feels premium, not average. If I'm honest, premium soundbars always ask for a bit of thought and placement. And real Atmos presence comes from thoughtful design. But at some point, you stop comparing specs and just choose the sound you've already wanted, because every time you think about something weaker, you come back to this feeling of yes, that's real sound. Don't let this be the upgrade you delay and later wish you'd made sooner. If you're ready for audio that finally matches the depth of what you see on screen, check the JBL Bar 300MK2 now and bring your entertainment to life the way it deserves to be heard.